Good morning everyone, hope you guys are doing well. Today's vlog is going to be all about soil health. Soil health is very important for your plants because actually what's happening when you're doing fertilizers is you're feeding the soil and the soil is feeding the plants. It's not the other way around. Anyway, today we have some experts coming up. They are vermiculture experts. They have a farm up in Antipolo or Tanay if I'm not mistaken, but they have been doing this since like 30 years ago. So they are Tony and Beth. They will be coming soon with our farm consultant Butch, and we are going to do a lot of things today to improve our soil health. So the importance of soil health stems from the fact that over the years conventional agriculture has made or forced us to use fertilizers and other ingredients which actually makes the soil lazy. So you'll know this when you see soil that's very healthy, it looks like chocolate cake, and then when you see soil that's very dry and pale, which is very unhealthy soil. So today we are going to be doing our vermiculture, which is our vermicompost. So getting the worm castings, getting the vermitea or making vermitea. Also, we're going to be trying to do some biochar depending on the weather. Biochar is very important because it acts as a sponge for the soil. And then lastly, we're going to inoculate the biochar and make it a biochar, because when you have charcoal, it is just one carbon or one element, which is carbon, charcoal. So when you actually infuse it with vermitea or compost or other ingredients which make it alive, give it all the microbes that the soil needs again to benefit itself. So we're going to be doing all that today. Just for reference, when the lockdown started this year, I actually started researching into soil health more because of the extra time that I had. And you'll be amazed that the documentary that I really love, The Biggest Little Farm, you should check it out definitely. And I read a book also on Gabe Brown, and he was explaining how soil is the life that feeds everything else, and plants communicate with their roots, they all help each other. Anyway, also one of the reasons I got into tower farming is here in my farm we have Louisiana clay, which means it's actually very acidic, not very nutrient dense, and the infiltration rate or the amount of water that it can absorb is very low. So the soil here basically is good for making pots and like clay pottery, and it's not a very healthy medium for us to use as a farm, but there is a way to change it. We have been doing that. In the interim, we have been using fertilizers because that's what works at the moment, but eventually we want to move away from buying all the artificial fertilizers and using just natural stuff. So we have an advantage here because we have a lot of access to the water hyacinth, which is floating around in the lake, and then we also have a wood chipper or wood mulcher, plus we have the worms. So it's actually a closed loop circle where all your discards from, let's say all our discards from the tower farm, the roots, the stems, the stalks, the dead leaves, we can then let decompose, grind it down into a very fine cut sizes that the worms can eat, throw them in the worm bin, let the worms do their magic, and then after that you have the vermicast, and you can get the leachate, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but basically when you wet the bed, it drips out to the bottom, and then you can collect this golden vermitea, which you can dilute in water and use also to fertilize your plants. So everything works out. You can also use the leachate or the vermitea to make biochar. Biochar, if done right, does not pollute in the environment. If you guys want to know more about biochar, I've been watching this YouTube episode from Living Web Farms online, and super amazing information. All the guys there who have been responding to Butch, our correspondent, has been super helpful with information, and you guys should definitely check out their channel. They're very technical. They show you how to do biochar without emitting the excess gases or the bad gases into the atmosphere. Super important stuff. When you make charcoal the proper way, you can actually lock carbon in, and the actual charcoal never deteriorates, or it takes like 1,000 years to deteriorate, because it goes from being wood and goes into a single element, which is carbon. The carbon has multiple little nooks and crannies where all the microbes and biomes can live. So also moisture, so that when you do throw it into the soil with the inoculation of your Vermitea and all the other good stuff, it's just going to retain. It's going to retain the moisture, allowing the plants to feed off certain things that it is carrying, where it sort of helps out the mycorrhizal fungi and the you know what, it's super technical. I'm gonna wait for these guys and let them explain everything, because I'm just trying to get over everything, and I love working with experts, and they seem to be the expert in this field, so stay tuned. So our team just arrived. This is Tony.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you, it's good to be here.
We're headed down to the vermicompost area. Butch and Beth. Alright guys, so we're headed down to the vermicompost area, and the weather's decided to turn on us. But Butch has also brought around 50 baby mantis. So later on we will be trying to feed them, and maybe we'll let some of them go, because I don't know if we have enough fruit flies. I made a little fruit fly trap that I learned off YouTube, and we've been catching fruit flies since Thursday. It's Sunday now, and we're going to try to catch them, put them in the freezer, and then start feeding the mantises this afternoon. So a lot of things happening today, and everything that we're doing is for the benefit of the farm. The mantises are actually beneficial predators, so very important. Weather is not being very cooperative with us today, but here we are. These are our vermicompost bins, as you've seen in my other videos, and now we are doing a demonstration.
We are now going to have a demo lecture on vermicomposting and vermiculture.
So what did you bring for us today?
2 earthworm bins, 1 kilo of earthworm, and a substrate, which is basically the biodegradable waste. We have also the net. There's the net. And then we have other sort of paraphernalia to teach. Okay? Ito is, ang tawag po dito ay pabulukan. Ibig sabihin, dyan po natin pinapabulok lahat ng nagdi-decompose na material para maging tinatawag siyang substrate, pagkain ng bulate. Ito po ang bahay ng bulate. Nandito po lahat ng bulate. Ang unang-unang number 1 na kailangan tandaan, hindi po pwedeng pakainin ang bulate ng fresh. Kahit ano pong fresh. Yung may kulay green o kulay brown. Maski na po yung bulok ng mga dahon, hindi pa po yun pwedeng pakain. Kailangan po ang kulay ng substrate, yung tinatawag nating nasa ilalim, ay ganito na po kaitim.
Ganyan po ang klase.
Opo. Kahit buo pa siya, pero maitim na siya.
At malamig.
Ngayon, ano po ang kailangang tawag natin i-recreate? Kasi po ang ginagawa po natin, ang mga bulati po kasi, bago na ilagay sa ganitong lalagyan, andun po sila sa mga gilid ng mga puno. Okay? Kung saan may tambakan ng dahon. Hindi po ba pag nagwawalis tayo, tinatambak natin mga dahon sa gilid ng puno. Doon po nabubuhay ang bulate. Ang ginagawa po natin ngayon, kinokopya natin kung ano yung environment ng bulate habang nabubuhay siya dun sa gilid ng puno, at tinatransfer natin dito yung kaalaman na yun. Okay? Paano po yun? Ang isa pong number 1 na kailangan nating malaman, kailangan po pabulok-bulok muna ang mga dahon at kung ano-anong mga pagkain ng bulate. Ito po, araw-araw, pagka po kayo kumakain o kung anong ginagawa ninyo, tinatapon nyo yung waste, dito po nyo yan nilalagay. So, ang number 1 pong environment ng bulate, kailangan malamig, madilim. Okay? Madilim.
At bulok.
At bulok. Okay, kailangan bulok at basa. Basa. Okay? Kukuha ka ng net na ang butas ay 8 centimeters. Basta maliit lang. Kaya lang pumasok ang bulate dun sa loob. Hanggang kaya mo, ikakalat mo siya. Okay? Pupo na to ha. Pupo na to na may halong bulate ha. Okay, imaginein mo. Ngayon hindi pa. Pupo na to. Ano mangyayari? Bakit natin ginagawa ito? Oo nga. Paano siya maghihiwalay?
Tanong pang pagkain sa buwan.
Very
good.
Very good.
5 points.
Susuot siya pa ilalim.
Ibig sabihin, yung bulate susuot sa ilalim.
Sa butas.
Sa butas na 8 centimeters. Papasok siya dito sa ilalim, pupunta siya sa pagkain. Bakit? Very good. Wala na kasing pagkain sa ibabaw.
Ano kakainin ng bacteria dito? So, ito yung pagkain ng bacteria.
Hindi mo ba uunahin yung ano?
Need to achieve with the sweetness versus the water.
Not so exact.
But usually, if it's brown sugar, 1 kilo, 1 kilo.
So
Parang topping din.
to spray the plant and then spray the ground.
Yeah.
So Tony and Beth now inspecting our beds.
Sige. Tingnan nyo kung asan ang bulate.
Wala na.
Kadalasan nasa ilalim. Ayun na, ayun.
So actually, nung ako nag-inspect, mas madaming bulate dun sa second bed.
May isa.
Kasi this
Ayun,
one
dalawa.
looks like all vermicast na eh.
Ayun pa, Tony, pero payat.
Oh,
Kasi naubos na pagkain nila dito.
malnourished na. That was a lot of information. We are taking a break now for lunch. This afternoon, we are going to be doing the Vermitea and the Biochar, if I'm not mistaken. So, let's go have lunch. What do you think so far? Do we have hope?
For what?
Hope to transform into a regenerative farm?
Oh yeah. We have all the...
You're getting there.
We have all the right ingredients. Okay, so this afternoon we are gonna be lectured on
Vermitea and biochar.
yes, Vermitea, how to make biochar, Vermitea, how to make charcoal, and then how to inoculate it so that it becomes biochar. So we're trying to get the worms to transfer from that bed.
Doon pa sa ilalim. Ayan, no? Ayan na, dumudungaw na siya.
Instant, ah?
Yeah.
There, the baby already
Ayan,
there.
ayan nakababa na. Oh. Ayan.
Just finished the seminar. I didn't listen to the last half of it already because I do know a little about the charcoal making process and the biochar inoculation. After this, I do want to visit some farms. They are recommending to visit some farms in Zambales, and we actually also want to get into bamboo farming, which means I need to visit a farm in San Luis, Batangas. So maybe the next few months we're gonna see a lot of farm vlogs where I get to visit other farms and try to learn what they are doing so that I can improve the stuff that we are doing here in the farm. Super interesting stuff. I love all these sciencey microbes and helping create a symbiotic nature between all these elements to get one big happy family. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!